This is a jacket that I'm working on. It's made with a very simple idea. You have a back piece, which is actually just a rectangle piece. I'll give you the measurements later. I think I'll have to check on that one. I just wanted to show you how it's actually constructed. You have one back piece, that's it. Then you do a long piece for the front that can overlap like this, a lapel kind of jacket. What it does is that you make a piece that can go from one end here. I haven't joined them all up, so I've just used pins. You go all the way up along here, but you stop here. You don't join up here because you're going to put the sleeve here. And then you join up here. So this part here, you leave it open. As you can see, it's open. You join up the top here, the collar bit, around the shoulder bit. Again, leave it open there at the side. And then again on this side, you join it all the way to the bottom. Then you can close it up and it will give you a nice big collar and allow you to have a nice look to it. Let me see. See, you can see that, no? And you have the sleeve here. Now what I did to join it is that after I had joined this part, I put in the sleeves to this side and the back. It's a very simple design. All you need to do is just the back and this long piece. See, it's just one long piece. Now this type of stitch is called mock crochet, and it was done on the round loom, the large round loom, the mock crochet stitch. Mock crochet, you just do a search on the YouTube and you will find loom knitting, how to do mock crochet. Very simple stitch, but this is rather thick, quite thick piece. That's why I'm making it into a jacket. Earlier I showed you the thing. Now I've taken out all the pins here. I've taken them all off, and this is the loom that you have to use. The pieces, the peg is very thick, This type of a peg, for this kind of wool, this is quite thick, It uses about, I think, about almost 7 millimeter hook, for crochet and knitting needles. Quite thick. And the first part here actually used 2 strands to make the front part. This long, like almost like a scarf, long piece like that. And here I used one of the thicker thread and one thinner thread to do the sleeves and the back. Because this loom, if you use just one of those worsted weight or 8 ply, the one that Australians use, I think they call it 8 ply, you find that you will get a very shoddy looking knitted piece, because this type of peg is very, very thick, you see. So you need more yarn. You can use up to like, if it's just medium weight, like worsted, I think, you need about 3 strands to up to 4 strands you can use to make any sweater or poncho or anything on this. What I did was, this is 23 by 20. Here is, one sec. Yes, this part here is 20 inches, the width, the width of the back, and the length from here to here, the bottom, is 23. So it's 23 length by 20. And this piece here, this one, you have to make one that will run all along the side, the length of it, all along the side, past the sleeves, the shoulder area, and all the way down again. That's how long it has to be. It's just one whole long piece. See, long piece like that. That's all it is. It's just like a scarf, you know, a very thick scarf. Now to join it, look here. See, what I did was I joined only this part first. That means you join the front long piece to the back here. You join only that. Then you join the sleeves. You make the sleeves and you join the sleeves this way. Part of it to the front and to the back. Like that. You do it on both sides. Back and front. Then when you bring it down, then you join up the rest after that. See, this stitch is called mock crochet. You can have a look at it up close. See how it looks? Mock crochet. This is the dual colored mock crochet. This is the single colored mock crochet. This will make what I'm doing is a jacket. I'm trying to make a jacket out of the whole thing. Hopefully I'm successful. 2 sleeves and the back, and this is the front. Mock crochet. Here's the finished jacket, the one with the mock crochet. I wanted to show you the details on the buttons. It's kind of snapped. I mean, it's not a snap, it's a hook fastener, you know. It fastens like this here, you see. I thought I'll demonstrate to you how to do the mock crochet. So let's say you've cast on, and this is after you've cast on the first row. Now what you need to do is, first peg where the thread is, you knit off the second peg. You just knit it off normally. After that, you go behind and forward 1 peg, and you knit them off. Show you again. Behind and forward. This is how you do the mock crochet. Behind, forward. Bit awkward for me to work because it's not how I normally would do work on these stitches, because I'm trying to show you how to do it and I'm not terribly good at showing people things. But anyway, there you go. Can you see that? Behind, forward. Now when you work this thing, you try and loosen this thing a bit, you know, otherwise you'll have difficulty pulling it over the top. Behind, you work 3 pegs off at the same time. Every time you do the stitch, this pattern stitch, you need to do 3 pegs at a time, back, forward. This one takes a bit more longer than a knit stitch because it's slightly more complicated, you know. When you do a large project, like for instance a jacket or a shrug or something like that, it's not advisable for you to do too complicated a stitch, you know, because then you won't finish it, you know, because you'll be lazy, you know. After a while you'll see, oh my god, I have so much to do, and you won't finish the work, and then your piece will be half finished. So that's why sometimes there is prudence in just doing a simple stitch like a knit or purl and finishing it off like that, you know. Because like for instance, I think there's this thing called diamond stitch also, that's quite a complicated stitch, and you find that you cannot finish all the stitches because they are quite difficult. You can't remember. Sometimes you put it aside for a week or two and then you come back and then you'll be scratching your head wondering how the stitch worked. Going back, same thing. First one, you don't work the 3 stitch because you have to have it in the middle for it to work, you know. There has to be one in front and one in the front, one behind and one in the front. So you go back and back and then front, and then you work them off. I believe someone on YouTube actually, when they tried to do this stitch, went and created another stitch, you know, because they misunderstood the instructions on how to do the mock crochet, and in the end ended up creating a new stitch. That's what's called what would you call a happy mistake. Actually, this thread is, one strand isn't enough for this loom, because this loom has got very thick pegs. You can use up to 4 of these strands, and it will give a much better effect if you use 4. You continue doing that back and forth to get a flat panel. Now the jacket, the front of the jacket has to be, the measurement of the front of the jacket, it's 2/3 of the behind, so that you can have the lapel look. This one, you know, this lapel can only be created if you have 2/3 so that they overlap. So 2/3 will create an effect where you can overlap the jacket in front with and so that you can place the buttons and have it closed. Well, I hope you try out this jacket, this mock crochet jacket, and if you have any problems, just drop a comment and I'll try and answer them. Happy looming!